The following is a fan-based review. The only content that is mine is my opinion. I do not have written approved consent of the NFL. Mass Effect 3 was not a bad game. There were plenty of reactions and reviews up to this point, but time has passed, we've cooled down a bit. I really want to look into this game just how I did for Mass Effect 1 and 2. There is a lot to discuss, so why don't I start at the beginning?
Is this what Shepard warned us about?
What Shepard warned us about? What do you think he warned us about? Oh, that's right, huge fleet of Reapers that we know about, right? Because Shepard totally told us about that, right? Come on, right? I mean, first of all, if Shepard literally saw the Reapers, I don't think he could have gotten to Earth first. Wait, no, what are you, you're just watching a kid on a roof. What are you doing? Alright, now I'm sure the ending of Mass Effect 2 was some kind of metaphor, because this is supposed to be months after the end, because he's just kind of half-ass in prison for either joining Cerberus, or if you got the Arrival DLC, committing genocide. So we're pulled into a room of political-looking people, and they nervously ask us, well, what do we do? Hypothetically, in the next 2 minutes, if this Reaper fleet arrives. You got the answer for that?
The Reapers. Each of us has to be willing to die.
That's it? That's our plan?
Yeah, actually, I'm with this guy. Well, now it doesn't really matter, because all our leaders are dead. What if the Reapers found out that Shepard was actually in that room? Like, oh shit, we just missed him. Let's shoot him again. Did that get him? Shoot again. And again. And again. Oh no, I died at the beginning of the second consecutive game. No, we don't die, but we get out and we casually look around like, alright, so what do we do here? And then the moment that ruins the ending. This stupid kid tries to ruin the whole game, but I already have a whole big bunch of points about this, so let's stick to the beginning for now. First, I have an issue with why we started on Earth in the first place. Because we see it get attacked, and now Anderson says, you need to go get help and stuff. Shepard wants to stay here and fight, obviously, it's his home planet. Anderson says, no, you go, and I get to stay because I want to fight the Reapers and stuff. This is completely backwards because Anderson was a former counselor, so he should be the one dealing with the council. Shepard is the soldier. He should be the one fighting the Reapers. But it is a Mass Effect game, so we need to fly around into Normandy, we need to go around the galaxy, we need to do all the stuff that we love about this franchise. So, starting the fight here on Earth causes all this confusion and hypocrisy, and it wasn't necessary. Wouldn't it make more sense to start immediately where Mass Effect 2 ended? Joker hands him the thing like, oh, this is what a Reaper looks like, and he's like, oh shit, we better get going here because they're coming. So we see this huge fleet coming, and now we need to go warn everybody. So now it makes more sense to go to the Citadel. This is where we wouldn't be in conflict yet, and we could try to rally the troops. But as the Reapers approach various worlds, some of your loyalties are questioned depending on your actions in previous games. How are your war assets holding up? This would be very similar to Mass Effect 2's dynamic of when to attack the Collector homeworld. You want a strong crew, but you can't wait too long. So now this would apply to not just the crew, but your war assets as well.
Yes, due in no small part to our mission on Vermire.
One more thing, the first time I played this, the music and stuff actually got to me because I thought Anderson was on one of those shuttles. I thought we were mourning Anderson. Then suddenly, oh, wait, you're alive, so who are we mourning? What was the big deal? Oh, no. Not that stupid kid.
Everyone's dying.
That was the best take you got? I mean, I'm not a voice actor myself. I make plenty of stutters and mistakes and whatnot, but seriously, I'm an amateur. These guys, this is, you know, A-list game here. Come on.
Everyone's dying.
I want the Renegade option to shoot this stupid kid myself. Seriously, this kid ruins the ending, and now because he's here, he ruins the beginning too. But he has to be so important to Shepard, and therefore so important to the rest of the galaxy, and therefore so important to this game. This kid being so central to the game is the reason the game had to start on Earth, because we had to see this kid die on Earth, and oh no, the Reapers are attacking Earth and our home, and humans are in trouble, and just because of this kid. You see, BioWare makes us try to care about the Earth getting destroyed by showing a human face to the story. If we hear this statistic about something that happened on the other side of the world, we don't care as much as when we see something in the news about one person dying tragically. Because one person's death is more sad than a statistic to us. Statistic. There we go. Got it. Alright, I'm still better than this kid.
Everyone's dying.
So why is this kid so important that he has to stop the game dead on 3 separate occasions? Even after Mordin dies, they make it about the kid. And the fact that the kid is the catalyst makes 0 sense at all. If the Crucible was designed by millions of races across millions of cycles, why is a human child the interface? Wouldn't it be like one of the lead designers of the Crucible on the Crucible project? Or is it different for everyone? Like, it's the kid for Shepard because he feels guilty that he saw the kid die? But Shepard has seen lots of people die. People that he actually cared about. Like, he just lost Anderson, and then there was Thane, Mordin, either Kaidan or Ashley. There's plenty of people that are way more important to him than this stupid kid. Also, the Catalyst was designed by Organics. So why does it speak on behalf of the Reapers? I mean, little Adolf here says that the Reapers are part of his final solution. Wait, that timeline doesn't make sense because the Catalyst was just built. Even if this kid was part of the Citadel, the Reapers built the Citadel. So he couldn't have built the Reapers for his solution. That makes no sense.
This is local.
But now the kid claims that his solution will no longer work because Shepard just showed up here? Because of the Catalyst. Because of him. Because of the organic design. Or was it Reaper design? If it was Reaper design, why did they design it to overthrow their own system? Bet you didn't think of that, you dumb, stupid idiot. No, this still really bugs me because the Catalyst is supposed to be something that's of organic design. So this interface should be on our side, not the Reapers. So if it speaks on behalf of the Reapers, that means it must be Reaper design. So if it's Reaper design, they designs their own downfall. Then the Reapers indoctrinate the Illusive Man to use the Crucible to control the Reapers. Then the Catalyst says that this isn't possible because they were already controlling him. So why did they indoctrinate him to do that in the first place? At least their plan with Saren somewhat made sense, but this is ridiculous. See, this is why to me the Catalyst, and therefore this stupid kid, makes no sense and shouldn't be in the game at all. Really, the whole thing should just be Illusive Man trying to get the Reapers into the galaxy so we can control them. I mean, like, the Catalyst would be Cerberus design. It wouldn't have this stupid kid interface. The Illusive Man would build this thing himself. And that would be the driving force. I mean, we already play the whole game against Cerberus anyway, so it wouldn't change that much.
Cerberus was just hilariously incompetent. Studying some Rachni, and they got loose and killed all our guys. 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 Seriously though, don't go there.
So the whole reason that Cerberus attacked the Citadel would be to open the link to dark space, right? So in my version of the game, they would actually succeed, and that's how this whole thing would start. I mean, at least that way it would make sense. Otherwise, we just get, this. What is this? The Catalyst was waiting for Shepard to just be on that platform? Who chose to put that up there? Was that stupid kid just waiting for Anderson to die? What really gets me here is on Tuchanka and Rannoch, we have hope. We see Reapers destroyed, and okay, fair enough, it's destroyed by this thing, not by, our conventional means. But it still shows hope that we can win this war. Both of these missions are deciding very old conflicts, the Genophage and the Quarian Exodus. These are both great storylines without the Reaper threat. These are things that we could have done even if Reapers weren't even part of the game. But instead we see this Reaper here on Tuchanka, and we need to get past it to cure the Genophage, but at the cost of Mordin. And we have a Reaper on Rannoch that stands in the way of the Quarian homeworld. And we get that, but at the cost of Legion. So my guess is here that the Reaper is a metaphor to emphasize the difficulty of the task that's being achieved, and the loss of an ally shows that good may come at a cost. My problem with this is the choices and consequences don't quite line up here. See, it appears that we lose Mordin to save the Krogan, but that's not how it works, because you lose Mordin no matter what you do. And you can be sure I'm not going to shoot him in any of my save files. Same with Legion. It seems you lose him to save the Geth, or the Geth and the Quarians, but really you lose Legion no matter what you do. So there isn't really a consequence for your choice. There's just a choice, and then no matter what that choice is, you get that consequence. I mean, sure, you're picking between fleets. You can pick between the Krogan and the Solarians, and on Rannoch you're choosing between the Geth and the Quarians. No matter what, you get a fleet and you lose a character. It isn't a choice. Now, if you do everything right, there is the option to save both Geth and Quarians on Rannoch. I mean, this is nice because you get hope that organics and synthetics can coexist. So put a pin in that.
The battle for Rannoch disproves your assertion.
Not true, we can figure this out, see? Now there is a way to get the Krogan and Solarian fleets, but only if you let Rex die in Mass Effect 1. This is bullshit. We shouldn't be punished for saving a good character 2 games ago, considering it was the best option. Wouldn't it make more sense that we'd have a tougher time getting the Krogan if we don't have Rex to work with us? So both of these missions give us hope that the Reapers can be destroyed. In fact, Rannoch even kinda hints at how the final battle might go if the whole fleet works together. But while these missions give us hope, they also show sacrifice. Not only that, but sacrifice that can't be avoided. This does not bode well for the ending. So, here it goes. Now, the first time I played the game, I chose the destroy option, because, well, that is what we came there to do, right? I was upset that we lost EDI. I mean, she was clearly on our side, never going to turn against us or anything. So I'm watching the Thing fire the Thing, and the Reapers are dying, and it somehow spreads across the galaxy, I guess, and then the Normandy's stranded, and then that's it? Well, now I'm thinking I must have chose the wrong ending. This must be the bad ending, and I have to go back and pick the other one. And the Illusive Man can't be right, so I can't pick Control, so Synthesis must be the good ending. So I jump down the Thing, and then I still see Anderson. And I'm okay, that maybe they just like that clip. And then it's okay, it's still firing the Thing, that makes sense, and you know, the Reapers, oh no, it's doing the same thing. And the ship is still stranded, and what's the, okay, EDI's alive, that's kind of good, I guess? But they're still stranded on some tropical island planet thing. When's she gonna run out of battery? Is she solar powered? I have way too many questions, and some of them might be answered already, but here it goes. How can the scientists build the Crucible without knowing what it does and what it's designed to attach to? How is the Citadel equipped to fire the Catalyst's commands? Wait, why does the Crucible even need the Catalyst? It's just a Reaper-corrupted operating system. Are those ships fleeing because they think that they're going to get killed by the Crucible? What if it destroys all of Earth and all these other planets? Then we did the same thing the Reapers did. How do the scientists know when the Crucible is fully functioning? They can't exactly test it. They just see all the lights are on and assume it must be working fine. What kind of energy are they using to destroy all Reapers? How can it go through mass relays? Is there a different energy for the controlling energy? Or the synthesizing energy? Also, what is synthesis? It's said that it combines the DNA of organics and synthetics, but synthetics don't have DNA, they have data streams. So do organics get some kind of synthetic properties? Oil in their veins, or just green eyes? Do synthetics get some kind of organic properties, like when Pinocchio turns into a real boy? Why do the Reapers care if organics suddenly have green eyes? Don't we still have different needs and goals? Organics still reproduce, and synthetics don't. So how has anything been resolved? Why would the Reapers suddenly say, okay, you guys are cool now, bye, see ya? If Shepard chooses Control, where does he exist? In the data, like in the Catalyst? Does he join the stupid kid or replace him? If the Illusive Man got to do the Control thing, what would happen to him? Because his mind was lost to indoctrination, so would he get it back once he was in the Reaper's mind? Would he still be in the Catalyst? Why is it that at no point in the series, nobody used an EMP against the Reapers or the Geth? Also, why does nobody try internal sabotage? Think about it, each Reaper is a ship with internal parts. I mean, Saren flew around in Sovereign. And in Mass Effect 2, we walked around the derelict Reaper. I mean, can't we sneak around the way Luke does with an AT-AT in Empire Strikes Back? Most importantly, why show the destruction of 2 Reapers Why give us the hope that we can defeat them if you know the ending is going to be this?
We need to go.
Damn it.
I mean, when we got the fleets to Earth, I thought that we were going to all synchronize our weapons just as we did above Rannoch, but we forgot how to do that? I mean, we could have Edie hook up the way Hermes did in Futurama. That's right, I just said it. Bender's big score made more sense in Mass Effect 3. I mean, our battle tactics right now are terrible. You're in outer space with absolutely no cover, so you can't make a tight formation like that. It's easier for the Reapers to hit something. If they miss one of you, they'll hit another. The Reapers have a relatively tight formation around Earth, so if your forces are farther from the center of a battlefield with infinite directions, make a spherical formation around theirs. The Reapers have a smaller radius, and you now have a tactical advantage. The Reapers will be bombarded from every direction. How does a Normandy fly through this fleet completely undetected? Don't tell me it's stealth drive because the Collectors could find it. If the Collectors can find it using Reaper tech, the Reapers can find it using Reaper tech. Why don't our choices matter? I chose to save the Geth and the Quarians, but now I have to either kill the Geth or wipe their free will, or blend with them. So somehow Joker and Edie can have some kind of unholy spawn of a child? I mean, they should be able to now, right? Otherwise synthesis wouldn't have made any difference whatsoever. I mean, that's the only way synthesis would make any sort of sense, but that still doesn't make any sense.
This is local.
Why does nobody question the Citadel or the mass relays?
When I started talking about making new mass relays ourselves, they laughed the blue off my ass.
There, why does nobody listen to Liara's second mother? Father.
Well, I'm not human, am I? Anthropocentric bag of dicks.
Alright. So, enough questions. Now you ask me, well, if I hate it so much, what would I have done? What would I have done differently? First of all, no catalyst, no crucible, none of that. As I've stated before, at the end of Mass Effect 2, the Reapers come through the Collector homeworld, which is a link to Dark Space. The Reaper campaign starts in Batarian space. Now we gather forces as the Reaper front line spreads across the galaxy. We may lose potential assets, but Reapers spread a little thinner. From there we basically play Risk and attack where Reaper forces are small. We can see our own war assets and the Reaper war assets. This way war assets would actually make a little more sense too, right? Now, we have trouble if we let the Reapers hit somebody's homeworld like Thessia, because many Asari leave the fleet to protect their home, and most of them die. This game would have a large strategy, and any combination of species could go extinct if they leave your fleet. You see, this is where the previous decisions would actually make a difference. Saving Rex would help you keep the Krogan. Saving the Council would help you keep the Council races. Alright, what would I do if we stick to the game focused on the Crucible? Well, first, don't tell us about multiple endings. The first two games had all possible storylines converge almost flawlessly to an ending with a single choice, and we were fine with it because the options flowed well and made sense. So remember my earlier point that the Crucible could be of Cerberus design, because they found the Mars archives first, right? So when Cerberus builds the Crucible, they design it so it only has the control option in mind. And they actually know how it works because they studied all this at Horizon. So, we get to the Crucible, and there isn't a stupid kid, because that makes no sense at all. Instead of meeting Anderson and Elusive-Man here, we find them up in the decision room here. Anderson says he won't allow the Elusive-Man to take control, so he shoots the red thing to try to make the Crucible unstable and not work. The Elusive-Man panics, quickly grabs control of the console to achieve his goal of controlling the Reapers. Now we have our big choice. Renegade, shoot the Elusive-Man in the face. Maybe twice. This causes more instability because he is now connected with the Crucible. This increased instability causes the Crucible and the Citadel to explode. How far it goes and the collateral damage could all depend on your war assets or something like that. The Paragon option would be to talk to the Elusive-Man, tell him this is his chance to save Earth. Tell him that before the Crucible explodes, he can command all the Reapers around Earth to converge and come inside the closing arms of the Citadel. Shepard jumps into the middle beam, which is not synthesis, but simply the beam that he used to get up there in the first place. Now he's back on Earth and he looks up to see the Crucible destroyed, with all the Reapers that were around Earth destroyed with it. Now, maybe you don't like my endings. Hopefully it's because you have some of your own. Similar to what I said at the end of my Mass Effect 2 review, we'll have a tough time with any ending in a series like this because we're so invested in the universe that Mass Effect has created. Sure, I'd like the ending to at least make sense. Even if it was coherent, there's no way it would have satisfied everyone. There was so much going on, so many cultural issues, so many characters to worry about. Different players care about different aspects of the game. So after 3 games of making a lot of choices, too many players expected too many different things from Mass Effect 3. Mass Effect is an amazing saga that I play through over and over because of the adventure, the lore, the characters, and the levels of replayability from the choices and playstyles. If you don't like the ending, fine, neither did I, but it doesn't ruin the game, certainly not the series. Andromeda's coming out very soon, and there's already a lot of negative feedback about what it could potentially ruin. The fact is that it's going to get plenty of things wrong. We already know this. We already expect so many different things, just as we did for Mass Effect 3. But as long as the game has plenty of adventure, great characters, and great moments, we're still going to love it, even if it does have obvious flaws.
It still didn't make any sense.
But we love it anyway.